Today we are demonstrating the NanoTag high security features and application methods which are being delivered to industries around the globe in the never-ending fight to protect company brands and products from counterfeiting. The first product that you're going to view is the high security strapping band. Now this band secures cartons, it secures pallets. The difference between this band and anything else is that we have impregnated into the strapping band thousands of high security nanotags, which simply means this, that if this strapping band was ever cut off a carton or a pallet and someone tried to replace it with a different product, a counterfeit product, it wouldn't work because that new product would not have the high security nanotags embedded into the plastic. The second product is the high security NanoTag high security packaging tape. There are millions of tags impregnated into the packaging tape itself. Once again, for example, that is a branded packaging tape we do for a client, and I have outlined tiny little dots which make that packaging tape impossible to replicate. Yes, you can replicate the printing, but you can't put nanotags impregnated into that tape. The authenticity of this packaging tape will be maintained. The next product is our labeling machine using a Meto gun. What this does, it fires out a transparent sticker. No one can replicate that because of the tags that are impregnated throughout. Always good for individual packaging items, very easy to use. These are semi-holographic high security labels. And again, you can see that these are tags impregnated into the adhesive itself. Between 3 to 5 tags per label are coming out on that. So once again, it's very easy for someone to replicate a hologram or any label, any printed label, but impossible now once you have the nanotags impregnated into the label itself. We have branded these high security tags with different company names and once again impregnated the semi-holographic labels with nanotags so that impossible to replicate. Companies all over the world are making these types of security seals. But you can buy them at most companies. You can buy them on the internet. You can buy them anywhere from China into Singapore into Indonesia. So really what happens is that once this is cut off an item, it can be easily replaced with a counterfeit. But as you can see, through our new patented methods of applying nanotags into these various plastics, you can see lots and lots of high security nanotags which are embedded into the plastic themselves at the manufacturing process. We also do this with what we call rat tail seals, and you can see here this is for in particular the abalone industry, and in these tags you will see shiny little specks which are the nanotags again which have been included in the manufacturing process of this plastic. They're impossible to get out. So now what we have done, we can now authenticate any plastic item from medical items to motor vehicle components, anything with a range of plastics, and we can add our patented methods and include a permanent identifier. The security itself is second to none. The NanoTag Stealth Tagging Wand. We normally package it for consumer use, for the automotive industry, for components, for accessories, for homes, for all sorts of items. And this particular wand has a brush at one end and it's preloaded with nanotags and a water-based adhesive. So when you click the top of the wand, you'll see many tags come down. They are normally placed on items. The adhesive takes about 20 minutes to dry, and once it's dry, it dries absolutely clear, and those tags are all viewable by a 60 times microscope. Again, patented, great little product for home use, boat use, engines, outboard engines, jet skis, anything where you need a lot of markings. This particular wand has approximately 400 markings. All the tags that are coming out of this have the same number. Each wand has a different number. The NanoTag tagging pen. This is used for covert marking, mainly used by supermarkets and motorcycle companies to tag components or to tag store items in the fight against theft. And it's very easy to use, and you'll see coming down the tube hundreds of nanotags. These are all 0.3 of a millimetre across, and they are very hard to find once they are placed on property. Quite a unique invention and also patented. It's very easy to counterfeit a label. It's one of the simplest things in the world. What Nanotag developed was a patented method of applying tags which impregnate fabric labels for the clothing industry. These have to undergo very rigorous wash tests and heat tests. These tags remain permanently adhered to those labels, thereby authenticating that that is the original label and is not a counterfeit. This is the latest product to come from Nanotag. It's called the High Security Authentication Labels. It marks up to 20 items around the home. We all have items in the home, and if they're ever stolen, to fill in a complete police report, you need to give the make, model and serial number. Well, very rarely do we record the serial numbers. But each of these packs contains 20 individual labels with a number. This particular pack has AB003. Now, you'll also notice that there are tiny little tags impregnated into the label. The reason we have done that is to authenticate that that is the original label and is not just put together with a printer down the street. So now these labels are authenticated, high security labels, and they're attached to items in your home. Now you have 20 items in your home with the same serial number, so it's very easy to remember and to complete the police report. You'll have a registration card, and that card will have the number that's been assigned to you. Also in the pack you have entry warning labels. We also are providing a little UV LED light. Once you shine that on the transparent sticker, in the background you'll see Nanotag High Security Authentication labels. Once again, it's just another little feature to secure your possessions with your own private markings. I'd like to demonstrate now the use of the Vitni 101, which is a camera and a mini computer for reading nanotags. You'll notice on this focus wheel there is a small bevel up the top here. Tiny little bevel. To commence reading the nanotags, that bevel must be placed on the number 7, on the dial. So then you put the Vitni directly over top of the tags themselves, and there are tags on this sheet down here, and you wind that bevel around to number 27 and you will see the images of the tags starting to come up. And they say Yamaha on this one here. And the information on it says test 0010. You can save the shot, and then that information can be downloaded directly onto your computer. So you've got a permanent record of it. The next way of viewing these tags is through a microscope, and that microscope is simply placed on top, and you'll see all the information that you need to see through that 60 times microscope. It's a very universal system. In other words, you don't need forensics, you don't need expensive laboratory testing. This is very simply an inexpensive way of permanently tagging your goods, protecting your goods, and then having a very inexpensive way of reading them.